Alright, I'm going to hold your hand when I say this. If you're not willing to be a sister wife or a stepmother to a man's children, do not date a man with children, okay?
Don't you ever forget that being black is an honor because you come from greatness.
Is an introduction really necessary for someone we all know so well?
Welcome to ChesleyIRL Life Podcast, where we talk about real and unfiltered, thought-provoking conversations to help and heal. Welcome back, y'all. So we on episode 11, dating men with children. I actually been wanting to do this topic for a while, so I finally am doing it. And yes, y'all, this video is dedicated to women that I'm 32 years old. So this video is for women that are 32 years old and below. I'm not talking to nobody that's older than me. I'm only talking to the women that's out here that's walking with Christ and that, you know, are focused on their career and that don't have no kids. This is a video for y'all. This is not for nobody that's older than me. Yes, I'm talking to the young girls out here that y'all have a chance at life. Do not date no man with kids. Whatever you do, do not do that one. So my first reason on why you shouldn't date men with kids, I mean, I don't really have it's not an order or a list. I'm just coming off the top of the dome. So the first reason is because you will never be first in this man's life. Like, yes, obviously, you know, if he's a believer, he gonna always put God first, right? But I'm talking about if you're dealing with a man with children, his children will always come first. This is his blood. This is his DNA. So you like, if it's a choice between going to the hospital because his child, you know, got into an accident, whatever the case may be, he's gonna go see about his child. He's gonna miss whatever you got going on. That's just the reality of it. And I think a lot of women need to understand, like, if you know that you're not willing to be second or third in a man's life, just don't do that. And I know, honestly, the reason why I came up with this topic is because, well, two reasons. I see the video on TikTok. I was completely disgusted. It was a girl, oh my God, I don't even want to attach the video to this video, but the girl was basically saying, oh, she can't date no man with kids because if she was the day one, she wouldn't want him to talk about his child to her. That's what I'm saying. These women, most women think like that. So it's like, but at least she know that about herself. That's why she said she wouldn't date. But it's just the fact that she said that, it's like, oh my God. And it was people in the comments like agreeing with her. And I was just like, oh, y'all some evil little wenches. But yeah, that was the first reason. And the second reason is because I was actually on, I think I was on live. Like, this was a while ago on TikTok. And some guy got so aggressive with me because I told him I wouldn't date a man with kids. And he was so aggressive. He was like, you a little girl. You got a little girl mindset. And I'm like, I could have sworn that this is my life, my choices. So for the most part, you know, reason number two is that I'm a woman that don't have no kids. So if I'm coming to you with a clean slate, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got no baggage. You ain't got to come in contact with no other man when you deal with me. Because obviously if I had kids, my new man would have to eventually, you know, communicate with my children's father. But I don't have no kids. So there is nobody to communicate. There's no baggage. So if I'm coming into this relationship with no baggage, I expect the same for my future partner, is that I don't want to deal with no situations that you done created before me. Because to be honest, if the man wasn't able to keep his family together, he ain't gonna be able to do a damn thing for me. So that's just me, because I just feel like you created this situation that you don't want no more. You ain't gonna be able to do nothing over here. And honestly, yeah, young women, please do not do it. And as a matter of fact, I have a story about something that happened to me when I was 18 years old, which I feel like God allowed a lot of stuff to happen to me when I was younger. So now that I'm older, I'm wiser. So that's why I got this podcast, to be able to be big sister or auntie, TT, whatever y'all want me to be for y'all to do better. Because I don't have any kids, but if I had a daughter, I would want my daughter to be better than me. I would want my daughter to make better decisions than me. So I actually, when I was 18 years old, I had met this guy. I'll never forget him, because this was a very pivotal moment in my life that it just sticks out to me. So basically, he had a child when he was in high school with his high school sweetheart, and when he met me, you know, me and him, he liked me, I like him. Like, I feel like we just connected. Like, it was real. Like, I don't know, it was real cool how we connected, and I ended up meeting his mother. Like, you know, it was cool, but he had a child with, you know, his high school sweetheart. And keep in mind, me and this man, we never had sex. Like, I think the most we ever did was kiss. That was it. And we would hang out here and there. But I actually, before I met him, I was getting ready to go to the military. So, like, it wasn't even like we was really around each other. But I guess the time that we did spend together before I left for the military, he felt like, you know, he wanted to, like, vibe with me or whatever. But then I guess his child's mother, she ended up, I guess, finding out that we were talking to each other. Why this girl found me on Facebook? And she found me on Twitter, because Twitter was popular at the time. I'm 32 now, but this happened to me when I was 18. And yeah, she wrote me this long ass message, like, and I was just, me personally, I have never been the type of woman to be having a heart-to-heart conversation about no dude. Like, even back then when I was younger, I just never felt like it was no reason for us to be talking to each other, because at the end of the day, whatever issues that you might have, you need to address it with him, not me. You know what I'm saying? So I never had a conversation with a girl, but it put a bad taste in my mouth, because I was just like, And I mean, me and him, we would like kind of like stop talking and then talk again. And then because he lived where I was from. So when I would go home to visit my family, I would end up like linking with him. And I remember one day we had linked, and keep in mind, like I said, we never had sex. Like, we genuinely was just friends that liked each other. And I think, honestly, he was scared. I think he was scared to have sex again because he didn't want to get like another girl pregnant, which that's just what I think. I don't know if that was true, but he never tried to make a move on me. But I remember one day we linked, and he told me, he was like, dang, sometimes I be wanting like my son to have a family. And when he told me that, I feel like every man that have kids, that's what they feel like. They might not admit it. They might not say it out loud, but I feel like some men do, not all, but some men do be wanting their family together. And they be wanting to make it work. Like, some days they be like, oh, I want to move on, but then they be like, damn, I want my son or my daughter to have a family. It's just a lot, you know what I'm saying? And I just feel like, as a young woman that got shit going for herself, and you ain't got no kids, you don't need to be over there with them people. Because at the end of the day, if they a real good father, they going to be at the Chuck E. Cheese, the trampoline place. They going to make sure they stay on top of their child homework. They just going to be a present parent. And I feel like when you deal with a man with kids, I don't think he could be a good partner and a good father. That's just my unpopular opinion. Because I feel like either he going to be a good father or like a horrible, like a kind of like a inconsistent partner, because he's not going to always be able to be there because his children need him. So there's nothing you could be able to do about that. Like unless you got kids with him, that's the only way it's going to be able to work, because you going to be in the house with him and your kids. But if you just a woman that he just met, girl, save yourself the heartache and just keep going. Just keep. I know they be fine, because don't get me wrong, it's this one guy that followed me on TikTok. He's so cute. I think he's so cute. He has a kid, and yeah, no. But shout out to him. He is really handsome, but he's a father, and yeah, we're not doing that. But yeah, shout out to him, because he always be showing love to my TikTok, but I can't do it. But yeah, ladies, don't do that. Whatever you do, just don't do that, because I feel like a lot of women are selfish, and I would consider myself selfish. I want a man's undivided attention, and I know that if I was to date a man with kids, I know I would never have that. And I just feel like I would never want to insert myself into a situation like that and be trying to dictate like how he spends time with me versus his child. Because I think a lot of women do that. That's very selfish and disgusting. Because honestly, I actually had a conversation with my mother. And my mother, when she got with my dad had my my stepbrother. Like, he had a child by his high school sweetheart. And my mom, she was very selfish. Like, she wanted it to be all about. That's why my dad wasn't really present in my stepbrother's life, because he was too busy starting a new family that included me and my other two siblings. That didn't include my stepbrother, which is, now that I'm older, looking back on it, like, obviously I'm a kid. I don't know what's going on. But now that I'm a grown woman, I'm able to see a situation for what it was. And I actually was present for a phone call. Because I remember I used to live in a house in Georgia. And my dad had came to visit me. And he was like parked outside my house, but he didn't come in. And I like went outside to see what he was doing. He was on the phone with my stepbrother. And my stepbrother was like basically expressing to him how like my dad wasn't there for him. And like keep in mind, my stepbrother is in his 40s. So if children obviously can notice that you're not really there for me, you done moved on and started a new family with somebody else, and you basically left me in the dust. That shit hurt. Like I don't know what that feel like, because my dad was there in the house. Like he was there for us. So I don't know what that feel like, but I know that I never would want to insert myself into a situation like that with a man, because I know that his children will probably feel some type of way, because it's no way around that. Because I feel like when men create families and then they move on from that family and create a new one, it's gonna create some type of division. Like that's just what happens, because I think his old kids gonna be like, well, damn, why mama wasn't good enough? You done moved on to this new woman. It's best to align yourself with men that don't have kids, so y'all can just start fresh. This is both a new experience for you and him. And yeah, just don't do that. And I mean, my situation with my family, I think just hearing my stepbrother like express his hurt to my dad, and my dad basically just be like, well, like he act like he really didn't care. And that's why I feel like a lot of men, once they done with the baby mother or whatever, like they done with the kids too, which is kind of fucked up. And it's like, as a woman, like if you're a young woman and you watching this video, why would you want to be in the presence of a man that don't even spend time with his kids that he had before he met you? Like now I'm side-eyeing you. Like, what's up with you, girl? Like, why you doing that? Why you trying to be over there with a man that don't even show up for his kids? And then obviously, like I mentioned in the intro, do you really want to be a sister wife? Cause I just seen a video where it was the baby mama and the wife. They was in like a video together. I'm like, now I mean personally, I'm all about respect. I'm all about respecting the next woman, but I don't see myself taking photos with the wife and I'm the baby mama. Like that, all that shit is just weird as hell to me. And that's just my unpopular opinion. Some people might be saying, oh, that's mature. We a family. Okay, cool. But it gives sister wives, like, I don't know. I feel like he could have both of them if he wanted to. That's what it feel and it looked like. But let me tell y'all a story about how I met this girl. I had went to like a eye doctor appointment one day, and it was a young lady. She was like the assistant that was assisting the doctor. And I don't know why people just feel comfortable like venting to me about their life and just sharing like what they got going on. So she was telling me she dated a man. Oh, because I think I told her I used to be in the military, and she said she dated a man in the military and he got a kid. And I told her, I said, if you really love this man and you want to be with him, this is just me being mature. I told her, I said, you should reach out to the child's mother and just basically say, hey, I'm so-and-so. Just introduce yourself and say, I love your son or daughter, father. I just want to be there for him. If you any way you need me, or you need me to be there for you, or just let me know. I think that's how you should go into a situation like that. You should definitely kind of extend like an olive branch to let her know, like, I ain't on no disrespect. I'm just here for love, and I love your son or daughter, father, and I just want to be there. So whatever you need from me, just let me know. If you're not trying to come into that dynamic with that type of energy, girl, don't go over there. Don't go over there, because it's no point. It's no point of you going over there, because it's just like, if you're not trying to come into a situation with a man with kids with love and understanding, don't go over there, because you're not finna be first. So just stay in your lane. Go meet some men that don't got no kids. I know it's gonna be a little difficult, ladies, because I know most men, they have children. But y'all just gotta be strong and just wait and just be patient, because it's not worth it. It's not worth it, y'all. Don't do it. I done gave y'all 3 examples now. I done told y'all about the dude I met when I was 18. I told y'all about my stepbrother and how my dad wasn't really there for him because he was too busy, moving on with my mama and being a family man with us. Which it kind of made me look at my dad sideways like, the fuck? Why you do that? But see, that's what I'm saying. When you a child, you don't really know your parents. You're not able to see your parents for who they really are until you become an adult and you're able to like decipher information for yourself. But I mean, at the end of the day, our parents are still human. And I mean, that's something that my dad got to live with. And then I just told y'all about the situation about the young lady that I came across at the eye doctor. And she said she was so in love. And I told her, if you want to be over there, you need to be trying to be a team player. You need to be trying to be a part of their team. Because that's essentially what you're going to be. If you and this man serious, you're going to potentially be his wife one day. So you need to come in as a team player. But most women are not coming in as a team player. They coming in like they the HBIC. And you know what I'm saying? It's basically on some F them kids. And you can't be like that. So this video is dedicated to all the beautiful young women that got, stuff going for themselves. Y'all got y'all little career going. Not y'all little career, y'all big career going. And you know what I'm saying? You ain't got no kids. You beautiful. You take care of your health. Do not date men with kids. Please don't do that. Just don't do it. You know what I'm saying? If a man approach you and he said he got a baby, but, it ain't no drama, just tell him, I appreciate it, but I'm good. And I know it might be hard, y'all, because I know y'all want somebody, but that ain't the somebody. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to break it to you. But yeah, I hope this video reach, a young girl that just want to make sure she make the right decision, because the right decision is not to date no man with kids if you don't have none. So yeah, leave them people where they at. Leave them at Chuck E. Cheese, the jumping place, and you go find a man or let a man find you that don't have no kids. So yeah, that's the video. That's the message. And yeah, I appreciate y'all for watching. And make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. ChesleyIRL Life Podcast. Bye y'all.
The black woman is everything. The black woman is gold. The black woman's the reason why my heart is never cold. You see, the black woman is precious. The black woman is bold. Black women, they never fold. They no more precious than gold. Look, the black woman is everything. The black woman is gold.